What's up, guys? It's me, Anthony. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If you are, obviously my name is Anthony and I make a lot of content about film school, today film industry, like film stuff, and then I also make like a lifestyle content and like vlogs and stuff like that. But most importantly, today is a film video and I've been dying to like make something about like the film industry, like just like TV and stuff like that. So I'm like happy today. Today I am recommending you my favorite TV shows, and I feel like you should trust me because I'm literally going to like USC for film. Like I'm a screenwriter. Like why would you not trust my opinion? Like these shows are really good. I also did some more research. Like I'm really proud. I'm really excited to get into this video. I've been dying to make a video like this for the longest time. So I'm just gonna like go ahead and get into it. All right, so for the first one, you probably heard of it. You probably like seen some of the clips for it, but I think it's one of the best shows that I guess ever to exist, and it's Insecure. It's so good. Insecure follows the awkward experiences and racy tribulations of modern day African American women. Friendship, relationships, and self-worth are just a few themes explored in these series, but overall it shows the journey of Issa D as she learns to work with her insecurities rather than try to get rid of them. Something I love about the show is the cinematography. It portrays like LA in this like really good way. I think the cinematography flows well with the story and it engages you. It truly does engage you. Issa show is super realistic. I love Issa and Molly's friendship. Issa and Molly's friendship is super real and she doesn't sugarcoat it. Like she shows like peaks and valleys in friendship and like arguments that friends usually get into.
But that's the way I've been feeling. And this whole thing feels so forced.
I was trying to get us back to where we were, but I didn't realize it was so hard for you to be around me. And you say you're trying, but it feels like I'm the only one who's putting in any effort.
By inviting me to brunch and playing old drinking games, girl, we haven't even talked about what's really going on.
Like some niche arguments from the show, and you're able to really see the flaws in these characters, and these characters aren't perfect. Like you see the flaws and insecurities in Issa, you see the flaws in Molly, you see the flaws in the people Issa hook up with, in her friends. You see these flaws, but you also get to see these characters be super active. Like a #1 rule of like screenwriting is making sure that your characters are making decisions, and Issa's character makes a lot of decisions that help drive the story, and it's not a reactionary thing. Each of Issa's characters, they make decisions that help push the story, and it's not like, oh, life is happening to me, oh, I'm a damsel in distress. Like each character makes intentional decisions that really help drive the story. Something in this show particular is the way she explores love, friendships, and obviously insecurity. The way she explores these themes allows you to see the character arc throughout the 5 seasons and see each character like slowly develop through each season and what they learn. I've actually had like a couple of mindset shifts like after watching Insecure. It's really helped me get over my insecurities in a certain way, but it's a really great watch. I really love Insecure. And one thing I also admire about the show so much is how she's able to add a joke at the right time. That's something I really admire about Issa's writing, is that she's able to build up a really dramatic scene but add a joke at the right time, and that's something I've been trying to do. I've been working at doing. She'll have like really hard conversations about really heavy topics, about like race in the workplace, about friendships, about love, about insecurities. She knows when to add the right joke, whether it be physical comedy, verbal comedy. Like she knows when to add the joke and what the joke should be, and I think it's amazing. The show is hands down amazing. Like I truly want to write a version of Insecure, but like I don't want to get too into it because it's actually happening. But I really love Insecure. I think if you have not watched it, you definitely need to go watch it. Next up, we have The Rookie, and when I tell you The Rookie is like, starting over isn't easy, especially for John Nolan, who's pursuing his dreams of joining the LAPD after a life-altering incident. As the oldest rookie, he is met with skepticism from those who see him as a midlife crisis. This show, I don't know. There's the word is this show. I started watching this show. My mom was like, me and my mom were hanging out, and like she put the like one episode on, and I was like just intrigued. Like it was in the middle of the season too. Like I was just intrigued, and I had to watch. The characters in the show really draw you in and keep you engaged and invested in their lives. John Nolan, you start to root for John Nolan, who was just a protagonist. You start to root for him through his rookie years and his training, and you start to really want to see him beat the skepticism. You also see him like understands our privilege in the LAPD. I think one thing the writers did with this ensemble cast is you're able to see again the flaws and their strengths in each character. With Lucy, for example, we can appreciate her organization and her discipline as a female cop, but we also see her need for people pleasing and her messiness, and we also appreciate those moments. I think the characters in this TV show really keep you invested. It's not just about them being cops. You really get to see their lives outside of being a cop. If I were to describe The Rookie, it's more of a show about people who are cops and not a show about cops. You get to really understand their personal life and why they want to be cops, or how they operate, why they operate the certain ways they operate within their job. Characters will keep you engaged, but then also they'll add like recurring guest characters that spice it up. When I tell you, the writers of The Rookie like really did their thing on this one. It's just so engaging. And then one thing I also love about The Rookie is it's super balanced. It's again those highs and those lows. You have your peaks and valleys because it's a thriller, it's a police show. It sticks true to its like thriller nature. Like some episodes, like we have in medias res, like it literally starts in the middle of like the crime scene. You have some episodes where, you know, it's a funny cold open, but it sticks true to its thriller nature. But you also have really soft and quiet moments, and it gives you a chance to again get to know these characters outside of the uniform, and really the balance of it all. The balance of The Rookie really surprises me for like a cop thriller show, and I think that's why I love it so much and it keeps me engaged, because it's not high all the time, but it's also not super low. So it really does a good job of sticking true to its thriller nature, but also being a drama and also being somewhat of a comedy. It has jokes. It's not super like playful, but it has this jokes. Throughout the series run, we also see more characters get added to the ensemble cast, and it just really helps push the story. Like when you think they run out of things to do, they add more stuff. It's really fun. I definitely recommend The Rookie to watch. Next up, we have Will Trent. Special Agent Will Trent was abandoned at birth and endured a harsh coming of age in Atlanta's overwhelmed foster care system. Determined to ensure no one feels as he did, he now has the highest clearance rate. This show is actually an adaptation from a series of novels. I just learned that by doing research for this video, which is really fun. I might go read the novels. Contrasting from The Rookie, this is a true drama. It's past thriller elements, but it's a true drama. There's not a lot of jokes. It has its moments of comedy, but it mainly plays on physical comedy between the characters and like inside jokes that you come to learn as a viewer, but there's not much of those. And you appreciate it though. It is a very serious show. It sticks true to its premise. Like you see Will really have a soft spot for these kids, and you see that to be one of his vulnerabilities and not one of his weaknesses that he thinks. And you also get to explore his past as he grows up in the Atlanta foster care system. The writers do it in a really interesting way, whereas he like does cases, he has flashbacks to his past that are relevant to the case. You get to learn more about the present case, but also more about Will's past, all in like one scene. The characters have to fight with their own morality and the justice system. The writers put the characters in tough situations, and they have to make decisions to get out of it, or have to make decisions that keep you engaged as a viewer. You get to see the characters grow throughout the series as well, and see them kind of change some of their ideals, or see how their past again influences their job and how they do the things they do. One thing I would say about the show as well is the visuals are gorgeous. Like, I love the visuals. I love the color grading. Like the cinematography of the show alone is amazing. I could watch Will Trent on mute, not even gonna lie. The show does a great job of using color and using light to really help tell the story, and the story just obviously makes it like 10 times better. All right, so I promise you this is the last cop show. The next show I recommend is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is a comedy series that follows the exploits of Detective Jake Peralta and his diverse, lovable colleagues as they police the NYPD 99th Precinct. One thing I adore about this comedy series is a comedy series that focuses on their job and not them as people necessarily. We don't really see them too much out of the office, and if we do see them out of the office, it's usually an undercover job. It's not super focused on their lives as people. You have a couple episodes here and there where we get to see more about their personal life, but again, it's more focused about their professional life. Something I love characters. I don't know if you guys have noticed, we're on the 4th show, but I truly do enjoy characters. For me to really love a show, I usually really love the characters and how well thought out they are. And one character here in particular, I love smart and quick-witted characters, and so I love Gina so much. her jokes and her sarcasm
You're not
is
a cop,
so
so
needed.
I'm not really sure you could help.
Okay, no hard feelings, but I hate you. Not joking. Bye.
When Gina is in a scene, you just know you're gonna laugh. Like, she's amazing. The writers did a great job with Gina. Gina is one of my favorite characters ever. And like, even the more vulnerable and like personal moments we have with Gina, she still somehow, her physical comedy or just her sarcasm really like comes through, and it just makes you laugh. Like, I love Gina so much. The characters in this show, although we don't see much of their personal life, we get to see how their relationships really affect each other, and this ensemble cast does a great job with that. Towards the end of the series, they are gonna throw you for a plot twist, and when I tell you it actually works, it helps drive the story. I think that plot twist was able to keep the show going for how long it did. You may have seen this next one. It's been getting a lot of attention, deserving so, from the awards, and it is Abbott Elementary. Abbott Elementary follows a group of teachers brought together in one of the worst public schools in the country simply because they love teaching. It's written by Quinta Brunson, and she's an amazing actor and writer. I really love Quinta. Issa and Quinta are some of my favorite writers. I love Issa of her way of writing the Black experience and some of the like issues we go through and being super true and honest about it. But I also love Quinta for her methodical way of writing jokes. The jokes make sense and they pay close attention to detail, and they're not recycled. I love both of them. Like, they're some of my favorite writers. But back to Abbott Elementary. The thing I said about Gina earlier, I love Ava so much because how quick-witted she is and how funny she is. But Ava also grows on you. I did not like Ava as the series started because it felt like she was antagonizing the teachers for being underprivileged, and you start to grow to love Ava as you see her vulnerability throughout certain episodes. All her characters are super well thought out, and it allows for interactions to seem so genuine. So you build these real emotions around these characters because they feel real and they feel like someone you know or someone that you've met before, and so you're able to really build an emotional connection with this show. That Abbott does really well is that their big picture like their big picture conflict of the season marries really well with each individual episode's conflict, and so you're able to understand how the conflict of that individual episode also aids in like the big picture of the season-long conflict, especially with season 1 and season 2. You're really able to see how each individual episode is the building block for the overall season arc and overall season conflict. All right. So next up we have Swarm. Swarm is like, yo, I love this video. I don't think y'all can understand. Like, I think y'all can tell. I'm literally loving this video. Swarm follows Dre's obsession with her and her sister's favorite pop star Nyjah when it takes a dark turn after her sister dies. This is a limited series created and I think written by Donald Glover. It's such a beautiful merge of thriller and drama. It's a super unique and unthought of concept. Also a commentary about over-supportive like fan bases. You see Dre's rough journey throughout the entire season and each episode individually on her voyage and pursuit to Nyjah. You get to understand as Dre gets to understand why she's on this pursuit to find Nyjah. It's super intriguing to watch. Each episode makes you want to keep watching the next episode. I only stopped watching because I had to go to bed. Like, I had to go to bed. Each episode is very well paced, so we appreciate the thriller moments, we appreciate the dramatic moments, we also appreciate the vulnerable moments where we see and we start to understand as an audience why Dre is on this pursuit to find Nyjah. This is a full package TV show. Cinematics are beautiful, the creative and unique storytelling, the audio mixing, the colors, it's a great show, it's a great package. Actually, Swarm also has a soundtrack to it, and it's done by Nyjah, so the pop star of the show, but it's actually voiced by one of my favorite artists, Kirby. It's so beautiful. I actually listen to the track list. I don't listen to a lot of track lists, but the Swarm track list is actually in a lot of my playlists. The cast is also super strong. The main character is Dominique Fishback. We have Chloe Bailey as her sister. We have Billie Eilish pop up in one of the episodes. The cast is really strong and it's super star-studded. And this show is that good. Me and my English teacher, we would get super analytical about this show and like the symbols and like what everything means. And so we really love it. I don't want to spoil it. It was a really great show. And I would love to see this be like an anthology series because it is a limited series. But I would love to be an anthology series and like follow different people with different like pop stars, like different things different fan bases have. So it's really great, really great. This next one's gonna throw you for a loop. And I promise you, I'm not making it the title. Like, this is the title thing. Next one is the woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. When a handsome neighbor moves in across the street, Anna, a heartbroken woman for whom every day is the same, starts to see the light at the end of the tunnel until she witnesses a gruesome murder. Or did she? This is a limited series that will make you want to watch it all in one sitting. I actually watched it all in one sitting. I had plans that day, but I canceled all of them after I started watching the show. It's a very unique concept, and the setup of the story allows you to kind of predict how it's going to end. But then each episode and each plot point, it changes that prediction, and then you think you know what's gonna happen, but then that doesn't happen. You can never expect what's gonna happen in this show, and I think that's why I love it so much. And then the ear production adds like the ominous and then like the dramatic need of Anna, and so you're able to really immerse yourself into the world. The show does a really good job of playing on perception versus reality with a lot of characters, but definitely the main character Anna, the writers do a really good job of having you decipher between what's Anna's alcoholism versus her actual reality and what did actually happen. It's really exciting because you truly don't know if it's Anna's alcoholism or if it's really what happened, and you start to feel sympathy for her and you really build an emotional connection with her. It's a really great, funny concept, but it also deals with a lot of like serious issues about like preconceived notions and like perception versus reality, and it's really intriguing. Like, you will sit there and watch it in one day, I promise you. And if you don't, I don't know what's your problem. Like, you must have like plans or something, but The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window is an amazing show that definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. So next up, we have The Good Place. The Good Place follows 4 people and their otherworldly friends as they struggle in the afterlife to define what it means to be good. One thing that sticks out about the show the most is this comedic timing. It's great. The characters on the show are super well defined, and their jokes make sense and it feels natural and not cringy or out of place. You get to appreciate the characters for who they are, but also appreciate the good blend of humor and the relative ethical and like philosophical topics they talk about in this show. It's super meta as well. It's super creative, and also it's super creative in the way it talks and deals with human goodness. Each character is forced to deal with what their idea of human goodness is or their humanitarian ideologies, and we get to see them change their character arcs throughout this series in this new life. We get to kind of see them change and how their definition of human goodness and humanitarian ideologies really change as they are forced to interact with each other, but as they also understand the world around them and the rules of their world. Halfway through the series, A Good Place does like a plot twist that really makes sense, and it helps drive the story further. It also adds a different motive and goal for each character at the middle of the series. I know I taught you guys' ears off, so I'm gonna leave all the shows down below and where you can watch them. I really love this video. This is one of my favorite videos I've filmed before, and I really wanted to do like a part 2 of like scripted shows, but also reality TV. I love reality TV, so I wanted like a reality TV one and like films to watch. This could be a thing for real on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and like. Comment down below your favorite TV show or a TV show I should watch. Make sure you follow me on all my other social medias, which is @AnthonyD Clark on all platforms, and it's also linked to the description box below. I post more like daily stuff on Instagram, so if you want to keep up with me more on a day-to-day basis, that's where you follow. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have a great night, day, life, or whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.